Till last winter, Western media was having a party time attacking the Indian Prime Minister. The US government was lecturing Bharat on democracy. The US media was writing critically about human rights and freedom of speech in Bharat. 6 months later, look at what happened now. Washington DC danced in joy as it hosted the Indian PM on his official state visit. So why did America now roll out the red carpet for a head of state who they were bashing earlier? What is their new game plan? What is the hidden agenda? Thank you for tuning in. This is Nadeem. You're watching Empire Diaries. There was a carnival atmosphere in Washington these days. The White House, the Congress, major US companies, they were all busy with just one project: how to make Modi's visit extraordinary, how to make Bharat very, very happy. We all know that when America pays you attention, it does that only when there is a hidden agenda. If Bharat is suddenly important for them now, then they are definitely plotting something. So what is the hidden plan? What is this dramatic change of attitude? There are two clear ulterior motives here. One, it's about China, and two, it's about business and economics. Let's start with China. We know that US-China relations are at an all-time low. USA is no longer the single global superpower. It is becoming weaker and weaker. Its favorite weapon, the US dollar, is quickly losing its status as the global currency. The US military has lost its ability to invade countries just like that. On the other hand, China has become the new big force. It is racing towards replacing the US as a modern-day empire. The US is desperately trying to find ways to control this rising China. The faster China rises, the faster the US empire will crash. So the US government has decided to use all its powers to surround China. Their military and their diplomats are getting ready for a proper war with China in the coming days. In this situation, what does America need most? They need Bharat. And they badly need Bharat. They desperately need a big partner in Asia in their fight against China. See, the Pentagon has realized that its partners near China are too small in size. There's Japan, South Korea, Taiwan and Philippines. But they're not good enough to bully China. It's just too big for these little islands. Therefore, Bharat fits into America's new plan. It is huge. It is the world's biggest country by population. It shares a long border with China. It is a democracy just like the West. Most importantly, Delhi has a long-running Cold War with Beijing. So Uncle Sam's new policy is, we should stop attacking the Modi government and start oiling them, because we need them in our war against China. Let's become their best friend with whatever we've got. Let's now come to the second reason why the US is buttering Bharat. You have seen in the news in recent times that the US economy is not in good shape. The golden days are over. It is facing multiple economic problems. It needs a lot of money to remain rich and powerful. But where will all that money come from? They can't just go on printing dollars every day. That way the dollar's value will crash someday. So how to get all that money? Simple. Target a large country with a huge marketplace, a country like Bharat. Then launch a silent economic operation. Now what is a silent economic operation? To understand this, you have to hear the whistleblowing account of a man called John Perkins. He used to work as a professional economic hitman for the US government. He was assigned by the US government and US industrialists to go from country to country and pressurize them to adopt economic policies that America wanted. When the countries refused to listen to Perkins, they were invaded or their governments were toppled. How do we know all this today? Because Perkins walked out of the dirty job and exposed the bullying operations of the US
empire. But suffice it to say that we economic hitmen have in the last few decades created the world's first truly global empire. And it's the first empire that's been created primarily without the military, through economics. We work many different ways, but perhaps the most common is that we will identify a third world country that has resources our corporations covet, like oil, and then arrange a huge loan to that country from the World Bank or one of its sisters. However, the money never goes to the country. Instead, it goes to our own corporations to build infrastructure projects in that country, power plants, highways, industrial parks, things that benefit a few rich people.
For details, grab his important book, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Coming back to Modi's visit to the US, America is behaving nicely with the Indian PM for a similar economic operation. And how will it work? The US wants to send in its best companies to do business in Bharat. They will exploit the vast marketplace of the country, make pots of money, and then they will bring all those earnings straight into the US and help the US economy revive with that money. A clean wealth transfer. Why do you think some top American CEOs went running to Washington to greet Modi? Just to say hi? No. CEOs meet people only for big business. They went to meet Modi because their new strategy is to target Bharat as a major money-making destination. For them, Bharat is a money-making machine, a giant ATM. This is not the first time that a major country is targeting Bharat to make money. It started happening slowly since the late 1960s. Then it suddenly picked up pace in the 1990s when the Indian government invited foreign companies to exploit Bharat as a market. Right now, thanks to the wonderful efforts of governments left, right and center, more than 4,000 foreign companies have boots on the ground here, minting money and walking away with it. Those companies are from east and west, north and south. You can visit empirediaries.com for more details of this silent loot of Bharat and how it is taking place. But this new push from America is meant to take the exploitation of Bharat's economy to a whole new level. So now you know why America needs Bharat as its B team. One, it's about containing China in the Indo-Pacific, and two, it's about exploiting the Indian economy. That's why you saw Joe Biden flashing his teeth and happily welcoming Modi. Washington has tried out every possible trick in its bag to make Bharat look important. Have a look at what the US offered India during Modi's visit. You will get confirmation of their hidden agenda. They gave him a bag full of presents. But remember, they are tactical presents. There are enormous defense deals. One of them is General Electric's deal to build jet engines in Bharat for the Air Force. Then there's the deal that invites Bharat to join the Artemis Project. Artemis is America's latest space mission that tries to counter the space exploration plans of China and Russia. You will also hear a lot about technology transfer deals and military drone deals very soon. The new American dream is crystal clear, but there is a catch. The dream may not come true. All these efforts by the White House and corporate America may not give results. No matter how much hospitality they are showing now, Delhi won't become an official dedicated sidekick of Washington. It's true that corporate America already controls a good part of Bharat's economy. The government can do nothing to stop it. US imperialism is just too dangerous. It's also true that the IMF and the World Bank and the White House itself influence Bharat's policies. But Biden's bribes won't turn Bharat into another Ukraine, which is a blind partner of the US. You see, we no longer live in a unipolar world dominated by the US alone. We are gradually moving towards a multipolar world. Other governments are slowly gaining voice, such as China, Russia, Bharat, Turkey, Iran, and even Brazil. In this new world order, Delhi will play a balancing act. There are a few areas in which Delhi strongly disagrees with Washington. There is the de-dollarization movement. Bharat has joined the global fight to cut the US dollar down to size, to end the US currency's hegemony. Bharat is also a powerful member of the BRICS, which is a counterweight to the G7. And despite tensions on the border, Bharat is still a steady trading partner of China, although China gains more from it than Bharat does. And then Bharat is openly waging a war on Silicon Valley tech giants. Google, Facebook, Twitter, all these monopolies are in Bharat's firing line. Notice how happy Elon Musk was after meeting Modi. Why was he so keen to meet him? It's not just about opening Tesla car factories in Bharat. It's about bowing to the Indian government as a Silicon Valley CEO. So what's the overall outcome of Modi's visit? The US is looking at it as a gamble. In its desperation to fight with China, it wants Bharat to become a blind partner. But Bharat, despite being needlessly fond of the West, has other plans this time. What will America do next? Thanks for watching. For more such reports, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we broadcast a report. Follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. To get alerts and updates from us, send updates to our WhatsApp number 98210 45739. Stay tuned, stay informed.